Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. In this video, I want to go in and show you guys how to properly search for jobs as a junior developer or basically somebody that has no experience and is trying to get into the industry. Now, this is part of our Tech Accelerator program. So if you're watching this, it's most likely inside of the program. If not, then this is pretty much giving you guys a preview of the type of things that we go over inside of this program. So let's get started, right? So the top sites that I recommend for you guys to always check out is Indeed.com, right? You also have ZipRecruiter.com. You also have LinkedIn.com/jobs. Then from there, you also have Dice.com, which is another technical website for technical jobs, right? Another one that we have here is Glassdoor. And yeah, those are basically the top 5 job boards that I definitely recommend for you guys to check out. Of course, there's other ones like remoteok.io, right? Or remoteok.com from levels.io. Shout out to him. But there's definitely a whole bunch of other ones, right? You could also go to jobs.google.com and you can actually search for jobs through there, and you can see basically jobs that you might not find everywhere else. You could go in here, view live, okay, and you can see jobs near me. You can search jobs in Tampa, jobs in I don't know, in Houston, etc. And then from there you could search through Google, and Google will give you, as many jobs as possible. But I'll be honest, Google is like a good place to search for jobs when you've already hit all of these other places, okay? Because then Google could go in and find different, job boards that are like small but still have some jobs. But again, Google, I would say, is the last place that you want to check, okay? This is like your last stop. But yeah, so let's just get started with like Indeed.com. So on Indeed.com, you can actually search for whatever position it is that you want. So for example, if you're going for content editor, right? By the way, if you're watching this, I gave you guys a list of the keywords that you guys need to be searching for the jobs, especially for content editor career path and HTML email developer career path. They are inside of the Tech Accelerator program, so definitely go through that so you could have those keywords. But right now we're just gonna focus on the different platforms, okay? So again, you can come in here and search by the actual name. So this will be like 2 keywords, content and editor, and it will try to match as many as possible to it. But sometimes you got to be careful when you're searching for the job, especially for like content editor, because you might see situations like this where you will see something that says copy editor, right? You got to make sure that you read through the descriptions, because sometimes they're looking for somebody that can actually write, right, the content. So you don't want to do that. So again, you might see something as a storyteller, writer, copy editor. That's not what you do, okay? As a developer, as a web administrator, content editor, we call that content editor here our career path, but content editor could be like multiple things at once. So again, think of it as a web producer or web administrator. All right, just make sure that when you're searching for this type of jobs, they do not say something like copy, because at the end of the day, that means for you to actually write the content. That's not what we're preparing you for, okay? From there, you also have things that you can search through here. Like you could go in and be more specific by doing title, colon, and then the name of the position. So you could say something like this, like web administrator, right? And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that these 2 keywords, web and administrator, are in the title. So that lets you know for sure this is what you're going to be doing in the job position. So search through here, find jobs. And as you can see, it says web content administrator. So again, this is something that is what we're preparing you for. If you look over here, you'll see must be proficient with WordPress, Sitecore CMS, Google Platforms, experience with UI design, HTML, CSS, MySQL, PHP, right? So it's giving you like some information on the job. But again, as you can see, by doing title colon web administrator, now we could be more specific about the job position that we're trying to apply to. All right. So again, we got web administrator, right? Of course, if you're going for something like front end developer and you want to know exactly that it's a front end position, search front end. And from there, you will see all of the things, right? If you want to go in and search for something that's very basic, search for HTML. Jobs that are mentioning HTML in the title usually are, we can't say that they're easy to get, but they're much easier than you being like a front-end engineer, software engineer, back-end developer, or like when they focus on a specific language like a PHP developer, Java developer. Like this type of jobs, when you see HTML in the title, that lets you know this is actually pretty simple to get into. Okay, I mean, and not gonna say that simple or easy, it's just the type of interviews are easier, right? The expectations are not as high as, you being like a React developer or, a PHP developer or Java developer or .NET developer. Like this type of jobs that mention HTML on the title usually are more forgiving and also are willing to give you more opportunities. Okay. So again, that's another tip that I want to give you guys when it comes to LinkedIn. Now, another great place that you guys should definitely search for is ZipRecruiter. So ZipRecruiter.com is basically like a job board, but at the same time, they also submit it to all of the other job boards. So let's say for somebody that owns a company, they come to ZipRecruiter, and ZipRecruiter goes in and basically blasts it throughout the whole internet. Every single job board that's out there, they'll go in and do it for you. So it's a great place for you to check out, and see what's out there. So let me go in and search remove. Also too, if you want to go in and see like the remote jobs or all of the jobs, you can actually go in, put in remote over here, or you can just search in here and remove the city and the state. So like that, it just shows you everything that's happening in the United States. Okay. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do the same thing, HTML. Okay. And from there, you can see 91,000 jobs are mentioning HTML. So again, as you can see, web administrator, right? HTML developer, right? From there, let me go in and search a little bit more specific, put in the position, and then in the beginning, putting a plus sign, and then quotes, and search HTML developer, right? Search like that. And that's going to be more specific and will give you those specific positions just like that. You can also come in here and search like this, email developer. Okay, again, that's a little bit more specific. You can also go over here to all jobs. Let me try this again. Sometimes this ZipRecruiter is a little bit finicky, but it works. You just gotta learn how to actually go through the process so it doesn't give you every single job that's out there. Okay, so again, now it's a little bit more specific. We're searching email developer, so it's searching specifically just for that, because if we go in and we search email developer, right, what it's going to do is it's going to go through the description of the position. So you see how this one, front-end developer, it might say email somewhere in the description, and then it will also tell you developer inside of here. So again, it's going to show you a whole bunch of jobs, right? So you see 1,400 jobs. Now you got to go through every single one, and I don't recommend you guys to do that. Just, be a little bit more specific, put it on the quotes, right? And then it will show it to you like that. But again, when you search through here, what it does is like it kind of goes to your area. So as you can see, it's only showing me the Tampa jobs. So what I want to do is go in and go back to all jobs, remove the location, right? And I know it's like a little process, but it is what it is. I'm just going to search web administrator, right? Okay, and then you go. Okay, it's only showing you web administrator positions. You just gotta make sure you go back to the jobs area. Now, of course, you also have in here ways where you could go in and look at the different companies. You can see at the different titles. You can see all of the employment types. You can see the salaries, right? Distances. And again, post at any time. You could go in and put in like, hey, show me only the ones that posted 5 days ago or within 5 days. Show me the ones posted within 10 days, within 30 days. Okay, anytime. All right. So again, this is ZipRecruiter. It's a great place, but not the best one. Now, another one is LinkedIn. Like I said, LinkedIn is great because you have a lot of big companies that posting here. So as you can see, you got Verizon, Salesforce, MC, you got Apple, right? And it's funny because there's people that be like, man, you can't go and work at Fang with just email. It's like, yes, you can, stupid. Like there's a position for email developers everywhere, bro. Like stop it. Okay. This idea that you only could get a job at Fang doing, I don't know, just front end development or back end development. Like no, like there's a million jobs. Every company needs to have email developers, right? From there, you also have good old dice.com. This is like super technical. Again, this is literally catered to technical jobs, and this is where you're going to find the majority of like recruiters. It's a mixture between LinkedIn, of course, you have a million recruiters in here, but in dice.com, this is another platform that you guys can definitely check out for. So I'm going to go in, search email developer. Okay. All right, and that's again, it's going to show you all of the jobs that do mention email development. Now we can go in and be a little bit more specific. Come in, search it like this. Let's see. Sometimes they're a little bit different. Each platform has their own thing, as you can see. So you got to go in and try the different ways, like searching title, email developer, like that. Okay. Let's go in. Let me try to put in here quotes. So yeah, so every platform is a little bit different, right? To be more specific for the job positions. But yeah, again, this is dice.com. You can definitely check this one out. Another one is Glassdoor. You could go in here, search for some jobs. You know, they kind of want you to log in, which is annoying. So let me go and log in for them. Give them a second. Okay, and here I'm just gonna search for HTML email developer, right? See what's popping up in here. So again, you're gonna see some positions that maybe you didn't find them anywhere else, and you're gonna find them here on Glassdoor. So this is another platform that's pretty good. Another one is remoteok.io. So let's say, for example, you definitely want to find some like remote jobs, and maybe you are outside of the US. I think this is the best place for finding jobs if you're like outside of the US, because these companies, they really don't care where you live. Like what they care about is the skills that you have. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind. But there are some companies that will tell you like, hey, we're looking US only, or we're looking, you know, for specific areas. You could come in here and filter this by worldwide. Like show me only the ones that's like worldwide, that will hire me worldwide, no matter where I live. Again, the creator of this platform was levels.io, and he did this because he's a digital nomad. So he wanted to help people find jobs anywhere that they lived. So that's something that, you know, you might want to go and keep in mind. Okay, so you can see, look at this developer advocate. Pretty cool. Bite Wax. I never heard of this company. This is like when you start seeing everybody's like, oh, I'm getting hired as a developer advocate, this and that, like all these YouTubers. I'm like, bro, like a lot of these companies, nobody knows them. Like that's why they're hiring, just random people, just to be like developer advocates. But it is what it is. Let them get that money. Again, you also have good old Google, right? So you go to jobs.google.com and then search View Live. And then in here, what you want to do is you want to search email developer or whatever position. I'm only using email developer just to show you guys, right? But you can go in and search whatever you want and just click on that area, right? So you see this area that's popping up. So this is where you want to click, and that will go in and search for the jobs. So let's see, jobs. Jobs in the US. So then now it opens it up. So now you can start looking for those job positions. Let's see, click by location. We could click on anywhere. Let's go in and remove this and search for email developer. And what's cool about Google is that Google will go in. Again, I guess you got to go in and put in jobs in the US, just because if not, it's going to go by your location. So go in and search like this, right? And then what's really cool about Google is the fact that it shows you all the different places that you could go and apply to. So this one position, front-end web and email developer, is basically posted on a whole bunch of different platforms. So if we look over here, let me see if I can move this to the side. I guess not. Can't move it. Okay, so there we go. They gotta fix that. Even on Google, they make mistakes making things responsive, right? So anyway, so as you can see, this is a platform. Get on work, apply on ZipRecruiter, apply on LinkedIn, apply on diversity jobs, right? I never heard of that platform, diversity jobs from Circa. Interesting. We'll make it simple, diversity driven jobs. Oh, nice. That's what's up. I like it. Sure. For all of us that we're trying to get in the game, shoot, we got our own, our own platform. You're a minority. Guess what? We just find a new spot. Okay, diversityjobs.com. I've never heard of this place, but I guess it's a new platform. But yeah, so Google is great for that. Like it will show you platforms that you never even heard of, places that you can go and apply. Because sometimes some of these companies and like institutions, they'll use different type of things. So like, let's say for example, let me go in and search like GSAP, right? Let's say you're into GSAP and you're looking for that type of position of like creating animation, right? You see GSAP expert, Shopify development, right? You can search through Google and you will see different places like SIC, SAIC, Monster, JobServe. Like a lot of these places I've never heard of till now. So again, it just opens it up for you and it shows you all of the different places. So you see this is a little bit different type of location instead of just being like in regular Indeed. Okay, you can see all the stuff that they might have in here, but again, you see this is a little bit more different, more technical. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so again, those are the platforms, guys, that you guys want to go in and start using. Okay, you have Indeed.com, you have ZipRecruiter, you have LinkedIn, you have Dice, you have Glassdoor, you have RemoteOK.io. Okay, you also have Google, and like I said, man, there's a whole bunch of other platforms that are out there, but you just gotta keep looking and finding them. Okay, especially with Google, that will introduce you to new platforms that you've probably never heard of. But yeah, so again, those are the platforms. My advice is like literally Go in, start looking for the job positions. Don't get scared about job titles. Don't get scared about, oh, they're asking for 3-4 years of experience. Guys, if your portfolio is solid, if the skills that you have are solid, you're gonna get the position. Okay. But if you don't look like a professional and you don't have any work that people will say, damn, we need to hire this guy, guess what? You're not going to get a call back. You're not going to get any type of feedback. All right. Especially if you don't have the right tools on your portfolio to basically see how you can optimize it and get it to a point where literally the person cannot say no to you, to giving you an opportunity. So if you don't have those things set up, like, you're not going to get the results, right? You're not going to go in and be able to get the positions. You got to have the skills. You got to have the portfolio to show proof. And then on top of that, you need to optimize your portfolio and cater it to the position that you're going for. Okay. Again, for those of you guys that's watching this, maybe on YouTube or any other platform, this is part of our Tech Accelerator program, where we're literally teaching people how to get into the industry as soon as possible. Okay. And CodingPhase.com, you have access to all of the courses, right, as a Diamond member. And then from there, the Tech Accelerator program is a supplement to what we do on all of the courses, where we literally show you the whole process to, making sure you optimize your portfolio, making sure that you have your portfolio top notch, the type of projects that you need to be focusing on, the type of positions that will give you an opportunity. And again, if you're interested in this program or anything that we have to show you, right, as you guys can see, we're very knowledgeable when it comes to this career of being a web developer. If you want to get into this program, literally check the description on the video. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys around. I'll see you guys later. Okay, peace.